Hello and welcome to the race once again. This time, as you can see, Chinese Grand Prix at the Shanghai International Circuit on a nice, clear, sunny day. As usual, I'll be playing, this is the F12020 PC game, and I'll be playing the AI, Artificial Intelligence, on a difficulty level of 50, which is a medium, sort of low medium, really. And I'll be playing in classic cars. 1/4 distance, as usual. And the car I'm going to be racing in, as you can see, possibly, is the Williams FW14 from 1992. Nigel Mansell's championship winning car from 1992. 9 wins, 108 points, and 1 championship. Okay, let's go. I start from 5th on the grid. So I've got Schumacher's Benetton to the right of me there, from 1995. Okay. Now, obviously, this Williams did not take part in a Grand Prix at this circuit. Oh, that's nicely done there. Because the Chinese Grand Prix began in, I think, 2004, wasn't it? I think. Oh dear, I just tapped my fellow Williams FW14 there. Again, I'm in a slidey car again. These classic cars are always a bit slippery. I don't think this one's as bad as the Ferrari 641, which is extremely slippery, from 1990. Oh yes, here we go. There he is. Ooh. Some nice shots there of the my teammate, if you like. A tight corner here. Oh, that's quite nicely done. Obviously, all the names here that you can see on the left are made up, because these are classic cars. Too difficult getting permission from all the former drivers to use their names. How many laps? I haven't looked to see how many laps. Oh, I've got 14 laps in this race. 1/4 distance. This is one of my favourite circuits to drive on in this game. And as I've mentioned in the previous videos, it's always good when you can get the difficulty setting just right, so that you know, you're not way better than everybody else, but also you're not miles behind them. So if you're following closely behind like this, but you have to work hard to plan an attack to get past. That's when you know you've got the difficulty setting just right for you personally. Messed up there though. Now, I think both the cars in front are in 1998 McLarens. Hakkinen and Coulthard. Dominant cars for their year, 1998, just as I'm in a dominant car for 1992. I'm not sure to what extent this game has built in the difficulty of racing, or the speed rather, difference between different cars. I mean, the 98 McLaren should be a lot faster than the 92 Williams. I'm not sure if that's been factored in. I'm assuming it has. I'm hoping it has, just for the accuracy. Oh, this Williams is coping quite well with this circuit, seeing as it's never raced on this circuit before. This old car. I remember the 92 season well, of course, being a big Mansell fan, but it's a shame that when he did win the championship, he won it so easily. I'd have preferred him to have won it in sort of 86, 87 or 91, the 3 years where he was runner-up, and probably should have won the championship. Certainly in 86 and 87. Ooh, there you go. Okay, up to second place. Oh, he's going for any. Going for around the outside. A bit risky. But yeah, 92, Mansell won the first 5 races. Should have won in Monaco. That famous finish with Senna. The last sort of 5 or 6 laps with Senna at Monaco. That was incredible. But he should have won that race. It was only a puncture that lost him that race. So basically, after 5 races of the season, we already knew Mansell was going to be world champion. There was the thrill and excitement of will he, won't he, all year long. That was taken away from us. We had that in 86 and 87 and 91, but not in 1992, when it was way too easy. Poor old Giles is already miles behind me. Look. Don't think it'll be long before I get past Jones. No pit stop in this race. Oh dear. One of the more modern circuits, of course, this one, but it's one that I think's quite good. How long it lasts on the circuit, I don't know, because there's limited interest in China, of course. The reason why it's on the circuit at the moment is simply because I think the Chinese government want there to be a Chinese Grand Prix, more so than the public wanting there to be a Chinese Grand Prix. But hopefully the popularity will ignite, just like it did with snooker in China. Of course, we've got a Chinese driver this year, of course, Guan Yu Zhou, in the Alfa Romeo. So that should spark a lot of interest. But there hasn't been a Chinese Grand Prix for the last 2 years due to COVID, and I'm not sure there is this year either. Don't think so. just biding my time, like I did against Valtteri Bottas in the last race I recorded at Monza. Yeah, so Nigel Mansell, as I said earlier, he won 9 races in 1992, which I think was a record at the time. Most wins in a single season. That's been well and truly beaten since, numerous times. Probably most notably in 2016 when Hamilton got 10 wins but still didn't win the championship. Finished runner-up in the championship even though he won 10 races. I think the record at the moment is 13 by Schumacher and Hamilton combined, I think. I might be wrong. But yeah, he won 9 races, Mansell. So he didn't do all that well actually after the first 5 races he won. After that he only won 4 of the remaining 11 races. It's lucky he won those 5 really. And 108 points he won, which again was a record I think, beating the previous best of 105 by Alain Prost in 1989. Wasn't it 89 or was it 88? No, it was 88, yeah. He scored 105 points, but then the best 11 results rule meant that he lost a load of them, and he ended up, because of that, losing the championship. He got 105 points, and I think Senna scored 97 points, but when you look at the best 11 results, Prost drops down to 90, and Senna was on 94 or something. That might not be exactly correct, but that's basically how it went. And to rub salt in the wound for Alain Prost, the following year, they ditched, was it the following year, or was it 1990 maybe, they ditched the best 11 results rule, and whatever points you scored, you kept. So yeah, Mansell beat that in 1992 with his 108 points. That was back when he got 10 points for a win, which started in 1991, I think, 10 points for a win. It was 9 points before that. Of course, now it's about 108 points for a win, isn't it? Something like that, something crazy. I wish they would change the points. I'd like to have a bigger gap between first and second in the amount of points that's scored. 20, you could stick with 25 for a win, but have maybe 15 for second place, and then 10 for third, and then just go down from there, basically, 1 point at a time, sort of thing. I thought I was going to get past Jones easily, but he's actually it's taking longer than I thought. Let's really go for it. 92 was, of course, the year that Michael Schumacher won his first race, Belgian Grand Prix. And he came relatively close to winning the Spanish Grand Prix earlier in the season. One of Mansell's 5 on the trot. I think it was the fourth race of the season. Schumacher was closing down on Mansell as the race ended. But yeah, he didn't have long to wait before his first win, Belgium. Right, let's launch a concerted effort against Jonesy here. Not quite on the line there. Oh, he's got away from me there a little bit on that corner. That's a shame. I was trying to stay close there so I could get him into this tight chicane, but oh, I nearly skidded there. He managed to get away from me. Jonesy. Nothing going on behind, look. Where's the nearest car? Is it still Giles? Yes, it's still Giles and the other 98 McLaren. Oh, I didn't brake in time there. Made a mess of that. It's going to take a while to close that gap again. Or maybe not. Let's see. See what I can do. I think in some future videos I might bring out the old F2 cars. Do some racing in those. They seem really tough and hard and a bit gravelly when you play. I don't know why, because I'm not actually driving the car, of course, but for some reason they just feel tough and heavy. I suppose that's a compliment, because I think that's how they are, so I think that's a compliment on the manufacturers of this game, Codemasters. Okay, so at the end of this lap, there'll be 5 laps left. That's ample time for me to comfortably get past him, which I predict I will do in the next lap. I think that's when I'll get Jones, sorry. Of course, Nigel Mansell never got to defend his title because Prost came in as his teammate. I don't think he wanted to have Prost as his teammate for 93. So after their previous experience, so he decided to leave Formula One, went to IndyCar, and won that champ. I remember seeing that. I remember it was all on ITV, I think. Yeah, I remember watching that championship in 93. I didn't have Sky, but it was on terrestrial TV because it was Nigel Mansell. And he came back, of course, in 94. He did win a race, Australian Grand Prix of 1994, the infamous race where Hill and Schumacher collided. And then in 95, he was in a McLaren, but it wasn't a good fit. Literally, I think. I seem to remember. Oh, here you go. I've got Jones now. I said I would do it on this lap, didn't I? I'm sure I've got him now. Oh dear, I've gone too deep. I've gone too deep. He might get back past me. He has. Oh, look at that. Cool, that's a bit dicey. I don't want to risk. That bollard has gone there. Did I take that bollard out? I'm sure it wasn't there just then. Okay, well, I did take the lead on that lap, but clearly now this guy means business. he's not prepared to give up without a fight. Now, people watching that are not aware of the history of Formula One might find it surprising hearing me talk about a dominant Williams. But they really were. I think Williams are like the third most successful Formula One team in history. So, going by wins and championships, I think. Might have been overtaken by Mercedes now, possibly, but yeah, they had long spells where they were dominant. Okay, am I going to get him here into the same corner that I did it last time? I think he's a little bit too far ahead though, but I might get him into the last corner. If I don't do anything silly here, I might be able to get him up the inside here, possibly, or is he too far ahead again? I think so. Yeah, that bollard's definitely been taken out by someone on that corner. Look at that, we're 11.5 seconds ahead of the other 98 McLaren of Giles, which I overtook earlier. 20 seconds ahead of... Oh dear. I thought that was a warning for me, but it wasn't. It was just talking about somebody else that's retired. Well, we tapped wheels there. I would have spun had I not put a lot of opposite lock on. I wasn't expecting to be challenging him at that particular corner. So it took me by surprise how close I was. Now, if I get this corner just right, I should be able to line up something for this corner coming up. Again, he's managed to pull out again on me there. Oh dear, why am I sliding around there? Yeah, as I was saying, we're 21 seconds ahead of fourth place guy. I think that was Neves, is that his name? I'm sure that's my sort of teammate, the other Williams. Oh yes, I'm quite close here, but am I close enough? I must have him now, surely, but this is not a tight corner, so it's a difficult one to overtake on, as was proven on the last lap when we tapped. But I might have him now. Oh yes, I think I've got him. Yeah, he's too slow around there. He's too slow. Yeah, there you go. Oh, he's not giving up though. Right, I think I'm going to pull away now. With just this lap and the next lap to go. So I overtook him on the penultimate lap. Oh, okay, it's good. One more lap to go. Very therapeutic doing this game. It's very relaxing, free flowing. It just feels really nice. Some of the circuits not so. For instance, Vietnam, the Vietnamese circuit, is in this game, even though it was never actually used. because of COVID and probably won't get used again. And that's a really tricky street circuit to race on, just like Azerbaijan. The instant you get comfortable on a bit of a straight, immediately you have a right hand, a 90-degree turn basically, with no runoffs or anything. It's a tricky circuit to drive on, Vietnam and Azerbaijan. But I will attempt it. I will attempt both of those tracks in one of these videos. I don't think I'll be winning though. Jones is miles behind. It's lucky I didn't get a puncture from my contact with Giles a couple of laps ago, 2 or 3 laps ago. It's the grandstand on the right. They're going to be going crazy in a minute as I go down there. Take it nice and easy around here, no need to rush. Here we go, first place for Nop. There you go, that was a good old duel in the end. Where did I start? I was 5th on the grid. And I overtook, I think, 1 on the line. I overtook 1 at the start, that's right, and then I got past another 2 during the race, and then I got past the leader on the penultimate lap. Okay, thank you very much for watching once again and listening. If you'd like to subscribe, please do so. And I will see you on the next video, whatever it's about. Thank you very much.